Hi, everyone. I hope that you're having a great week. First, an update on me. Maybe you know that it was a little over a month ago that something happened to my back, probably another herniated disc. Had one about 10 years ago. So, quick update. I'm having an MRI on Thursday, and then on Friday, I'm having the MRI read, and then we'll find out where we go from there. So, big shout out to my wife Amy, who's been managing our household for pretty much a month now. So, God bless her heart. She's awesome. I want to just follow up a little bit on this new series we started called Elijah. It's really spoken into my life. Last week, we began to look at Elijah as the making of a man of God. And we found out that sometimes that God wants to do more in us because he has more to do through us. And so he gives Elijah this big mission, this big plan. This is going to be good stuff. He goes up against King Ahab, one of the most evil kings ever, after centuries and centuries, 200 years of nothing but evil kings. And finally God says, enough. And he raises up this man, Elijah, to go to King Ahab and said, you know what? For 3 years, no dew or no rain. In an agricultural society, it's going to shut things down. Everything, death, destruction, economy, everything shut down. So Elijah does this, and God says, okay, now I'm going to take you away. I'm going to take you away to a place where you're going to be by yourself. And so Elijah's got this big mission, but then it's just almost seems as if it's kind of ripped away from him. And what we find out is that in the making of a man or a person of God, sometimes God, in order to do more in us so that he can do more through us, sometimes he takes us through a season of isolated pain where there's no one else around. Even though there might be people physically around, we feel like we're alone emotionally, spiritually. And so Elijah's in this place, and what happens is God starts to provide for him. He provides him water from a ravine, and then he also provides meat and bread for him. The ravens come and provide for him. But he doesn't get a stockpile of things. It's not like there's enough for a week or a month or a year. All he has is enough for the meal. He doesn't know after breakfast if he's going to get dinner that night. And what he learns is complete and utter dependence upon God. So he's in this season of isolated pain, and it's during that he learns complete and total dependence on God for everything. But then one day the stream dries up, and God says, move on. And I wonder if Elijah didn't think, well, what's going on here? I followed you, and you started to provide, and now it's been taken away from me. So I had it, and I thought that's because you love me. You wanted to provide for me. Why would you take that away from me? Did I do something wrong? Is something going on here? Did I misread what you were saying? But Elijah obeys, and he leaves, and he goes to the place that the Lord leads him to. See, the Lord had gotten him to a place of complete and total obedience, where he listened to what the Lord had said. And Elijah comes across a widow. He performs a miracle of provision, but then also a miracle of raising the widow's son from death to life. He did something that was not humanly possible. And it ended up that the widow looks at Elijah and says, surely you are a man of God. The making of a man of God, a person of God. Sometimes God will take us to a place of isolated pain because he wants to do something in us so he can do more through us. And he might bring us to a point where we're completely dependent on him because only he can truly provide. And then he brings us to a point of complete obedience because it's then that we can do something that is not humanly possible, and people will look at us and say, surely you are a person of God, and I want to be a person of God too. So wherever you are in your journey, or maybe your family, your friends, your coworkers, wherever you are, God may be doing a great work in your life, and I pray that that's an encouragement for you as it has been for me. God bless you, and I hope to see you on Sunday.